Hi, everybody.
Hey
How are
y'all.
you? I see we got a few people here. I already got an email from Joe, so I know how Joe feels about the book.
You know how
Uh-huh.
Joe he's here.
And Sylvia and Sue. Is that all we have? No, Karen's here too. Hi, Karen. I know you missed last. Your daughter has a
Oh,
baby. Oh,
congratulations, Karen.
yay, Grandma.
There's chaotic. Howdy. How are you doing?
That's exciting. That's super exciting. Natalie's here now. Hi, Natalie. And Katrina's here.
Hey, Katrina.
And Vanessa. Vanessa posted the cutest picture of her little boy today on Instagram, right? He's so cute. How old
Oh
is
well.
he? She said how old he was. He's just a cutie though. All you guys and these little chompers and these little babies and stuff.
Hey, Gail. No, it better be a long time before I get little baby chompers and
You're
baby
hoping.
pictures.
You're hoping
I'm hoping.
that it's a
We're,
while.
well, right now we're still. Lord have mercy. That was the drama of the day. Is that the place where? Because my daughter's getting married. Um, in a year from
Right.
this month, in October. And the venue place told her one thing. And then they said, well, if you want us to hold your spot, we need $1,000. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, we need
oh.
$1,000 for a deposit.
Hey,
Um,
Mickey.
hey, Mickey.
Yeah, that wedding stuff ain't no joke, man. It's expensive.
So I'm just like, okay, hold on.
I know. So one of Josh's best friends is getting married on the 31st, right?
Oh, wow, on
Got everything
Halloween.
planned. Yeah, they're having a masquerade reception, all the whole 9 yards. Guess what she found out today?
What?
Her aficionado backed out.
Oh, no. They would have been giving her back her money, but
So,
now.
so now she's running around looking for somebody who's ordained to. Brandy, you just shrunk on it. She just like went.
Hi. Hi.
Brandy, just be proud. Just sit up and be proud. Oh boy, he's
But now
four
she, well,
months old. 4 months. He's so cute too. Aw.
at least the benefit is that, someone can go online and get ordained pretty quickly, but that's still a pain.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll figure out somebody.
Well,
Anyhow,
we've already paid the deposit for the officiant, so they better not back it. So help me. Oh, Lord have mercy. Because she will lose her crap on me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Less than a week before their wedding, and they're like, who does that and why? I'm like, oh gosh. All right. You want to see what I learned how to do, you guys? Let me show you what I learned how to do. You ready? Watch this. It's all Brandy, no me.
Woo! We can hear you.
I'm learning. I'm learning. We'll go back to both of us. There we go. Okay. Anyhow, what'd you think? What'd you think? I talked with Brandy a little bit. I've talked with Sue a little bit. And you guys are just like, well, I wasn't surprised. There was no big surprise, blah, blah, blah. Just, all right.
Hey, Judy. Yeah, the thing is that they kind of set it up where, I mean, it was pretty evident that he was her child. I mean, I know that he tried to throw you off by saying that, the ultrasound was a girl and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It was not enough to make me think otherwise. I knew that was her son. I knew it. Like, that wasn't Karen. I so agree. That's the one thing
Yes.
I was really worried about when I
Yes.
found out that this
Yeah.
was about cancer, especially considering, my husband and everything.
Yep.
I was like, I
It
cannot
wasn't
please.
it wasn't heavy on her dying. I mean, you knew it was happening and all that, but it just wasn't heavy on that. It was more about her past, and I kind of liked that. I like that part about it. Hi, Shatika.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sue's just like, I figured out the whole thing. I knew everything that was going on. And I'm like, Sue, really? Really? I asked Sue the other day, I was like, did you read ahead? And she's like, no. I was like, okay. I
Yeah,
mean, I really didn't. I mean, because so many people were saying that's what they thought, I thought for sure that it wouldn't be that.
yeah, I mean, because sometimes they do try to throw you at the
Right.
end. But he didn't throw us at the end on that.
He did with Bryce,
I
though.
knew something had happened to Bryce. I knew that something, because obviously, or at least in my mind, if nothing had happened to Bryce and Bryce was still around, they would be together. I mean, that was my feeling. But I didn't realize it was going to be, military. And then, like,
Right. Yeah.
even after they made that, oh my God, that sweet little, okay, we will get together at this date.
Yes.
That one, I was just like,
yeah. I know, right, Gail? I was more upset about that. Exactly. Because dang it, that was like they were perfect. And they were going to wait until they both grew up. And they were still both committed to that. They
yep.
were both committed to that. They still did their, what was it, their Christmas card or
Christmas
whatever.
cards. Mm-hmm.
And they still loved each other and they were perfect for each other. And then he gets killed. Really?
I know. Like, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And, she was hoping that, I mean, hold on one second. Son, I'm live.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, son. Okay. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Life is real life.
Yep.
But I do hate that she kind of beat herself up a little bit. Like, maybe we should have changed the date. Maybe we should have, why did we have to choose
Maybe
so
we
long?
shouldn't have waited so long. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure she had that regret throughout her whole life. I mean, I would think maybe, but
well, doesn't that happen to people all the time? That you regret things that you did or you didn't do? I mean, I definitely had regrets, about things I did or didn't do. I don't know.
But the good thing is he didn't have to watch her waste away.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad that she got that relationship with her son, though.
Yeah. But then it sounded like the rest of her life was just empty, kind of. There wasn't anybody in her life ever after
Yeah, it was
that.
just like she had Bryce. That was her one big doc. And then
that was
after
it.
that, it was like, all right, I took pictures, and I'm pretty much all we heard. I took pictures, and then I got cancer, and then that's pretty much. I went on YouTube and told my little story, and people, it blew up. And as far as like people wanted to know about me, so she became, I guess, kind of YouTube famous. I mean, famous enough that people wanted to go to the place where she worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was pretty famous. Yeah,
but it still felt like everything was just so empty.
Yeah, like Bryce's family just kind of disappeared. They were, after he died, they just disappeared.
Yeah. Now I kind of wish that maybe the very end would have been like maybe a small little. I mean, even though I know it's not necessarily, we don't know if it happens or not, but it still would have been nice if there would have been like some little small part where, from her her perspective of, I looked up and Bryce is there waiting for me, and calls and says, "Hey, I got our picnic. You ready to fly this kite again?" I don't know.
Yeah. Nope. It wasn't meant to be.
I know, but we're imagining though that she's met Bryce up there. I mean,
oh yeah,
and gotten to, she's gotten to be with her true love now.
Right.
But
And
it just
happy.
feels like such a lonely life.
I know, right? It's like that was her one shot, and it didn't work out. And so nothing else mattered. So then she just lived her life through her adventures as a photographer, traveling the world and just having all those experiences. And that was her whole life at that point.
Yeah,
You know?
we didn't even really get to hear a lot about her experiences or anything like that. So
No.
like, I don't even know like how much did she enjoy it, you know? It seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like it seems like she went off and did all this traveling to kind of not have to think about not being with Bryce and
Correct.
not her family and all that.
Correct. It was her escape. She didn't have anything else in her life that made her happy. There was no Bryce. There was no other love relationship that came along. Her parents were shitty. Um, you know, her aunts, I don't know, maybe her aunts just got old and died at some point. I don't know, but
I'm
you
thinking
know,
it must because her
her
aunt seemed to
aunt,
really care for her. So I'm thinking that, her aunt must have
something
passed
happened.
away or
Yeah.
whatever. Or
Because I mean, she was older.
maybe seeing or talking to her aunt would bring back too much of Bryce to her.
That could be. Because it doesn't sound like she ever went back there.
I don't think she
Never went
could. I
back.
mean, I don't
Well,
know,
she did
especially
go
with Bryce.
back. She went back at the very, very end,
Well, yeah.
but that was it. Not when she was alive.
No,
Yeah. So she just found other things to do to just fill her life, you know? So, like somebody I know hasn't had another good relationship in their life. They had one and that was it. And now they fill their life with like animals, you know? They have dogs and they do rescue work and they just, their animals have been their life,
that's
you
their
know?
family,
Yeah.
their love.
Yeah. Because there's just nothing, there was nothing else to fill that space in their heart, in their, so
Yeah, and so I know when my grandmother, when she lost, because my grandfather was the love of her life. I mean, they got together at a young age and stayed together at a young age, and he passed away before her, like quite a while before her. And we were all worried she was going to be like, hermit woman. But now she filled her life with deciding to do like the what is it called? Daughters of the something or another. I don't know. One of the Shriner Women Club things. And so
okay.
she went on vacations and she went on cruises and she did the little carnival things. And I mean, I think she saw guys, but not like nothing. I even asked her one time, I said, how come you don't have a boyfriend? And she's like, well, when you had the man of your dreams and that's your
Nothing
soulmate,
else.
nothing else.
Nothing else.
She didn't want to stay at home anymore.
So then I'm sure she just made good friendships with people and,
Yep, she sold the house that they had so that where she lived was, and she still had stuff with him there, but not like her old house.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine.
Yeah. And I mean, there's many a story about the people who have been together their whole life and one passes away and then boom, so does the other one. There's just, there's nothing left. They're ready, they're done. And and I think sometimes they feel like they'd rather just go themselves and then go be back with their loved one again.
I agree, Dave. I agree. You have to fill your life with something or else you die inside. I mean, they're pretty much just walking through the motions.
Yeah. Yep.
I kind of feel like I'm probably the same way as far as like, I mean, that was when Wayne got diagnosed with his cancer, I mean, that's one of the things that, the doctors told us to be prepared for, and I mean, even though he's cancer free right now, I still have to, he's not cured, it can come back and, I consider him my soulmate. And so if something were to happen, I would, trust me, I'd be doing anything and everything to not, sorry.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm good. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep.
See, this is what I didn't want.
But you know what? It happens sometimes. It just comes out. It comes out. Yeah.
Yes, Daughters of the American Revolution. That's or was it, because it wasn't Daughters of the Nile, I don't think. It might have been Daughters of the American Revolution.
I was gonna
Okay.
ask you if you saw that. I loves Christmas. You love Christmas too.
I love Christmas too. Yeah. Okay. I apologize because that's just kind of one of the things that just kind of it hits me now. I mean, I didn't cry with her, but I mean, I did tear up with the Bryce, and I teared up. I know this sounds so stupid, but I teared up when Daisy, when
Oh, I
he
know, and
gave
the
away
dog.
Daisy,
I know, because that was hard. That was hard for
especially when they said she was still just sitting there
looking
until
back.
just
I know,
like
like, why are you
head
leaving
tilted.
me?
I
Yeah,
could
where are you
see her.
going? Yes. That was a tearjerker right there. Hmm. Yeah.
Not, because I love I could just see that sweet little dog, and
Hmm.
he had gotten so much comfort. She had gotten so much comfort from the dog. And, I know that he was doing it for a good reason, for the family to be able to have a dog that's trained. Um, which I still never understood. Why not just train the dog for his own mom, since
Yeah, I
she's
don't know. I don't
in a
know.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, see, I know what it's like to, but not have dog that long and then have to give it up. No,
Mhm.
no,
Yep.
no.
So one thing I really, really liked was the whole teddy bear thing.
Oh
The
God, I did.
teddy bear. That she had the bear and her name was on the bear and she gave the bear to the baby and they kept the bear. They
Yeah,
kept the
I'm really
bear for
glad for that.
him. You
That one
know?
makes me happy that they kept the bear. And that's when and the thing is when they said, or when he said, that he had a present for her, a Christmas
Yeah.
present, something just told me it was going to be the bear.
Uh, yeah, I didn't pick up on that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that that's how that came about though, with the whole bear thread going through the whole thing. I liked
Oh,
that.
Natalie, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Me too.
But yeah, her, and what was she, just Maggie Bear, wasn't that the name of the
Maggie bear.
Maggie Bear?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that he also kept it, but I guess the one thing I'm still trying to, because it's been a while since I finished reading it, because like I said, I started it on Friday, finished it on Saturday.
That
Um,
was fast.
it didn't take me long to read. So the question I have, so like, how did he get, oh wait, no, that's right. He found clues he knew where he was born,
Mhm. Mhm.
and somehow he got, because they heard the name, or
Yeah.
they saw the
They
last
knew
name,
they knew her
and
name.
Maggie was on the bear, or her name
Yeah.
was on the first name was on the bear, so he was able to put two and two together, and then he
Yep.
searched for it. That's right.
Yep. And
I think that's
she
kind of neat.
and she had never gotten married or changed her name, so her name was the same. So he was able to find her. Yeah.
Yeah, because she never got married and everything, and I think it's kind of neat that he was determined to find out more about her pictures and her journey and all that before ever approaching her,
Mhm.
and that he didn't approach her. He basically, she just thought that he was like a fan of her YouTube channel, um and then just slowly, little
Yeah.
bit by little bit, I mean, he pretty much put everything on pause. He put his whole life on
And
pause.
so here's my thought too. What better thing to happen for her at the end of her life than to find him, have this relationship with him, and in a way, reconnected with Bryce because he was so much like Bryce. And she
Yes.
said that she felt that he had picked up things when she was pregnant from Bryce, and that came through him as an adult, the similarities and things. So I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
what a what a way to end things, to have that come full circle back to her child and the love of her life, because he was representative of that as well.
Yeah, because she's like, I don't care what, I know it's not realistic, but I feel as if you're Bryson eyes.
Yeah.
Because you're a product, because, Jay doesn't really figure in. Jay was just a sperm donor, but, and the thing is that I think, and I know that he pretty much had most to do with it, because I think he realized when he saw her journey on YouTube about the cancer.
Yeah.
I think the reason why he dropped everything is because he knew that if he was going to get an opportunity to know her, this was his only chance.
Yep. Because he knew she was dying. I mean, everybody did. Welcome, Melly. We have to do that football thing sometimes. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, all in all, it was a good book. I really liked it. You and Sue seemed to think that everything was just clear cut and you knew what was happening. Of course, they threw the thing in with Bryce, and that messed you up a little bit, but.
Yeah, I mean, I knew something had happened to Bryce. I just didn't know. I knew that Bryce was dead. Well, I just didn't know how Bryce died or when he died.
We knew there had to be some reason they weren't together. There was something that had happened.
Yeah, that's why I knew. And I figured death was the only way that would have happened. I mean, I really did. But I mean, there really wasn't any surprises for me necessarily. Because he pretty much gave a lot of foreshadowing. There was a lot of foreshadowing in this book. Hey, look, did you get that? I said an English term, foreshadowing.
You did. Yes, you did.
I don't teach English, but I do remember that part.
Maybe I've just read so many books lately that are so straightforward. Well, that's not true either. Some of the things we've read haven't been straightforward. I don't know. Maybe I've gotten to be a lazy reader. I don't know. I look for the obvious, not for the hidden stuff more, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow. But
yeah, I mean, and I've never read one of his books before, so I don't know if his style is used to doing a lot of foreshadowing, so that there's not really, I'm really used to reading books that everything you think changes at the very end.
You do all that. You do all those mystery things.
I'm reading another one right now that's it's the same author. It's the same author, and this one's a broomstick one and cafe like little thing, and I love them. I love them. But it always is a flip at the end. It's always like, no, I ruled that person out.
And see, I don't. Okay, so I guess that's the difference. I just like to read to be entertained. I don't like to think about it a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
like to have to think and analyze and go, oh, what about that? And what I'm not like that. I'm just more
see, I'm like trying to see if I can figure out who did what.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get it right, and other times I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, how did I not see that?
And see, how did I not see that? When it comes to mystery, be like, who gives a shit? I don't care. Anyhow. Oh, she's distracted again. Must be Danny again.
So he's bleeding, so
yeah.
Oh yeah. Dad took me with him to do a demolition today and got pretty cut up because he had me break a window out and the glass just shattered all over my arms. What'd you go and do?
Always fun. Yeah, it's always fun.
Hey, Mom, you want to see the picture?
I don't know, but I have had an idea concerning him since he seems to like on being on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's.
So I have actually contemplated doing a little something. I'm not going to say what it is yet until I actually do it. So
Okay.
possibly
Right.
he might be a little host thingy, and you go clean your blood up off. Go clean the
Go
blood
take your
up off.
blood elsewhere. Don't bleed on me.
God.
All right.
Tastes pretty
Do
good
you guys
too.
want to hear about the new book? I didn't have a whole
Yes.
lot of people. Yeah, I don't like to think either, Joe. I mean, I don't know. I just like to be entertained. That's me. I like to be entertained and I have to think about stuff, you know? I think about too much shit in my real life. I don't want to think about it when I read a book. You know? I just want to have a good time.
You want to cookies are outside. Son of cookies is outside. Oh my gosh. I'm
Bye,
so
Danny.
sorry.
Bye, Danny.
I wish we could
Anyhow.
have done all this one.
So one person recommended it in the comments last week. Another person voted for it. So we had two. And I own it physically. So that was three. So nothing else really got any, you guys didn't vote. You didn't comment. So guess what? This is the book we're going to read. All right.
I'm up for anything just about. So, well, okay. I say anything so long as it's not sad right now. I can't take super sad.
I don't
It's
think
not
this
super
one will be sad at all. I think this one's going to be quite fun. I'm going to read a little bit in the back of the book. I just picked it up and I was looking through it. I'm going to read a little bit from the back of the book from the author, and I'll share it with you. So the book that it is had basically 3 votes, okay, is People We Meet on Vacation. It's a new book. This was like a 2021 book. It's Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. All right. And it's about these 2 best friends, and they vacation every year until one year something goes wrong. I don't know what goes wrong. I have a suspicion that maybe they tried to take their friendship further and it was like, oh, that screwed everything up. I don't know. But they go on these vacations every year. But then there's been a break because something went wrong one time. And then they have to get back together for some reason and go on another vacation. I like this one because it has some questions in the back. It has a reader's guide in the back. Yeah. So we can ask some questions, right? Answer some questions, discuss those. I like that part. But here's what she says about the book. All right. She says, every time I start to watch When Harry Met Sally, it feels like the first time. Not because I don't remember every scene in Nora Ephron's rom-com masterpiece, because I remember every scene, but because I hate Harry. Every time I catch myself thinking, I don't remember him being this awful. Or I guess Sally just really carried the movie. During the first scenes together, I find cynical, horny Harry almost unbearable. But then Ephron worked her magic and everything changed. A softer Harry emerges, the true Harry, a Harry capable of great love and tenderness, one who only needed some time to grow up and grow on Sally and on you. Together, over the course of minutes and years, Sally and I fall in love with the last person we expected to. When I started writing People We Meet on Vacation, I didn't set out to write a homage to one of my favorite romantic comedies, but perhaps it was Ephron who left this indelible mark on me, planted a seed of ardent appreciation for characters who can grate, infuriate, irate, until the moment they just suddenly don't anymore. Not only because they've changed, but because you've begun to see the full picture of who they are. And that is what I set out to write in this book. 2 characters, no obvious reason for them to even like each other, let alone love each other, but 2 people with so little in common that romance would never be on the table. But a friendship could blossom. The once-in-a-lifetime kind of a true, bone-deep, unconditional friendship that becomes part of your DNA, that you could never feel quite like yourself again without. That's Alex and Poppy. Poppy and Alex. On the surface, of course, this is a book about vacations before COVID, and she talks about that stuff that's kind of boring. But it's ultimately a book about home, about finding it, staying in it, wrapping your arms tightly around it, and breathing it in until it fills up your lungs. It's about a world built for two, magical Venn diagram formed by a special friendship. You, me, and then that overlap in the middle that is us. Right? So while we might not be able to hop on an airplane or stuff ourselves into a Greyhound seat or scour Groupon for some country music themed motel and safe water taxis, I hope this book carries you somewhere magical. I hope it lets you feel ocean breezes in your hair. Ready for some ocean breeze? and smell some spilled beer on the karaoke bar floor. And then I hope it brings you back, that it brings you home. And it fills you with ferocious gratitude for the people you love. Because really, it's less about the places we go than the people we meet along the way. But most of all, it's about the ones who stay, about the ones who become home. Right?
Wow.
Doesn't it sound good?
That does.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's not backwards when I do it on my laptop. All my books were backwards that one day when I filmed with my camera, because I had my camera the other way around so I could see, and then they're all backwards. And I was like, oh, I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
So
everything that I think.
That's why I have to learn how to use that new camera of mine so that everything will be the right way. Yeah.
You got that fancy.
That's right. So that's the book. People we meet on vacation. Now, I know that none of you have it, probably, right? So what do we want to do as far as reading goes? What do you want to do?
Well, I don't know. You're the one that's got the book in front of you.
Do you want to try to get it this week and read some for next week? What do you want to do? Tell me. I'm looking at comments, see what people want to do. I mean, if you buy it on Amazon, it comes quick. Go to the bookstore. I don't know. It's on Kindle. I'll tell you right now, if you buy it on Kindle, it costs just about as much as just ordering the book. So there's that. So what do you guys think? What would you like to do? Looking for comments.
Still waiting.
Melly says,
let's do what? Which one?
Let's do that. Do what, Karen? Do what? What do you want to do? Get it? Start reading some? What do you want to do? You want to roll
which one do we do? Do we get it? Do we and start reading? Does she go ahead and give us a reading assignment and we go ahead and somehow get it this week and start reading? Or do we wait? I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not sure what Brandy's doing, but she's going somewhere. I don't know where, but she's
people we're gonna meet. Okay.
Melly can order it from Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Okay. Read some, says Karen. Okay, Karen. I mean, I don't think we should read a whole lot just in case, it takes you a few days to get the book or whatnot. What do you think? Tammy.
Yeah, although as you can see,
you missed all the good
stuff. It takes me 2 days.
What?
I said it only takes me 2 days generally, so
to read or to get the book? To read. 2 days to read it.
Most of the time it only takes me 1 day, but since we had 100 and something pages,
it was a little longer this time. Yeah. Melly says, I'll catch up. Let's do it. All right. I'm just going to go ahead. Let's see. Let's not do a great big huge chunk, but we've been kind of sticking with like 70 pages. Lay some chapters on us. There we go. Lay it on us. Give us some reading to do. All right. So give us
our assignment.
If we read 68 pages, that's through chapter 7. Chapter 7 up to page 68. This one actually has chapter numbers and everything. Woo! We got chapters.
So don't go to chapter 7.
No, read chapter 7.
Okay, don't read chapter 8.
Don't read chapter 8. Yep. Read through chapter 7. Don't read chapter 8. Okay?
Okay.
How's that sound? All
That
right.
sounds good. And does it have some test questions for us at the end of that
It
part?
does. It has discussion questions at the end. I like that, right?
Sometimes I wish they would do the discussion questions per chapter, like that would be so
Yeah.
cool.
Because you don't know when you can actually read the question, when it's safe to read the question, that's not going to give something away or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, the first question, okay, I'll give you the first question. And you can probably start thinking about this with the first little assignment, okay? Oh, Tammy, it's people we meet on vacation, Emily Henry. Okay? Emily says I'm taking notes. So here's the first question to think about as we start to read, okay? When they first meet, Alex and Poppy are immediately put off by each other. Have you ever had a friend? Have you ever made a friend after a bad first impression? So they don't hit it off. What are you looking at? What?
I can't. I've got this little spongy thing, and it hides the last comment, and so I'm having to look over it.
A spongy thing.
Okay, because look, my little holder, I don't know what this thing is. This little thing that holds the phone in there without it sliding out. Somehow I lost one of them. The sticky part stayed on, so I took a makeup sponge. Hey, look, I live here in the country, and as you can say, I guess maybe I rednecked it. I don't know. All I know is that I fixed it.
You've got a spongy thing holding your phone in the holder, and the sponge gets in the way.
Yeah, I have a makeup sponge, but it's now my filming holding sponge.
So you just need a new phone holder? Is that what you're saying?
No, this one works good. It's got this neat little light on here. And look, I can even change. Look, I can even change light.
God. She's got yellow light, blue light. Okay. All right.
I used to play with all the lights. I can make it.
Oh man. Look what you did.
So I don't want to get rid of it. It's perfectly fine. Okay. I just, there's just a few little things I have to fix. Got to put some little duct tape on some stuff. Electrical wire.
The sponge gets in the way.
That's right. And I just gotta pull the sponge down sometimes to see comments.
All right.
Oh, good.
Okay. Whew, it's always entertaining, Brandy. First you're flying away. And then you got your sponge in the way.
I don't know. I have had an interesting day today. The kiddos have definitely ratcheted it up.
You ratcheted it up?
Oh, my.
Who was ratcheted?
Well, yeah, we got into a whole discussion on the fact that I followed a school rule, and then they decided to, I had about 3 of them in the class decided to jump on me because I decided to follow the rules, because other teachers don't do that. And that's when I had to pull out I'm not other teachers. Okay. You know what? Just, if they chose not to do it, that's on them. I'm so tired of so-and-so doesn't do it. So-and-so. So yeah, they were going today. I wanted to.
Look, Brandy. Jeez. All right then. Okay, so everybody knows what we're doing. We got a book to read, and we're going to read through what did I say?
Chapter 7. We got to read chapter 7. Don't read chapter 8.
Oh, thank you. I almost did it wrong.
Page 68, I think, is where you're in. Page 68.
Okay, there. I got my little sticky note bookmark in there. I'm right there. I got it. Okay.
Did you almost put it on the wrong page?
Mm-hmm.
Minnie will be like, she's gonna read farther ahead and then be like, wait, why don't you know this?
I kind of went after chapter 8. It's just a few more pages.
Yeah. Mindy would have kept reading and then went, well, why aren't y'all on that spot?
That's right. Why am I ahead of everybody? So, page 68, chapter 7 through chapter 7. Okay. I just realized
I did not read Sue's comment right at first. I was fixing to comment on it, and then I read it again and thought, "Oh my Lord!"
What did you think she said?
I thought she said duct tape your friend. I didn't see the is, and I'm thinking, why am I duct taping my friend?
I don't know. I'm your friend. Please don't duct tape me.
Don't duct tape Mindy to the wall.
No, I'm good. No duct tape.
Oh my God.
Oh,
This is
all
this is
right.
what higher education can do.
Okay, we're all set, ready to roll. See you next week,
I'm all good.
and we'll see what happens with Alex and Poppy. They don't like each other.
Alex, I wonder if Alex is the boy or if Poppy's the boy.
I think Alex is the boy and Poppy's the girl. I
Okay.
think.
Because nowadays we just don't know names. You
Well,
know,
this is
sometimes
true. This is true.
Poppy Hulu Woo is, a girl
I know.
or a boy.
I know. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck
Okay.
in a rut. Okay?
Okay. So
There you
Poppy is the girl. Okay. Got it.
Okay. All right. See you guys next week. Happy reading. And let's see what we're getting ourselves into now. All right. See you
I'm
guys
excited. Who we meet.
later. That's right. See you guys.
Bye.